See how this couple transformed a double-decker bus into their dream home.
Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos.
As the saying goes, there's no place like home. Or rather, there's no place like this couple's home. When 26-year-old Charlie McVicker and her 27-year-old boyfriend Luke Walker decided to move in together, they knew they wanted an adventurous yet simplistic life. Being tied down by a mortgage or steep rent did not align with their plans, and after watching the TV show Amazing Spaces, the couple realized that a conventional home wasn't their only option. That was the moment that their jaw-dropping DIY project got underway. Because Charlie's father owned land in the English county of Essex, she and Luke knew from the get-go that they had an opportunity to make their unique dream a reality. The only issue was that there was no building on the property for them to live in. Immediately, a brainstorming session got underway. As frequent travelers, mobility was a priority for the couple. We loved to travel and wanted a hub that we could return home to, and then leave again, and have a lot of flexibility, Charlie explained. They jotted down a list of ideas, from shipping containers to caravans and RVs. Soon enough, inspiration struck. We loved the TV show George Clark's Amazing Spaces, and our project was inspired by some of the builds on the show. To that end, an outlandish yet innovative idea entered the couple's minds: to create their ideal home out of a double-decker bus. With Charlie and Luke in agreement, their hunt for the perfect bus got underway. The couple perused an enormous range of buses, though most of them either required too much work or had ceilings that were too low for the 6-foot-tall Luke. But even as their list of ineligible buses grew, the couple was edging ever closer to their ideal choice. In 2017, Charlie and Luke finally found the perfect bus for their project: an authentic red go-ahead London Volvo Plaxton. Surprisingly enough, this bus had been transporting passengers up until just a few months before the couple purchased it. After nabbing their soon-to-be home for a cool $3,435, 2,500 pounds, Charlie and Luke were now ready to start planning their large-scale renovation. Because it was such a small living space, the couple knew they would most likely have to downsize their possessions. They also acknowledged that living together in such close quarters could make it easy to get on each other's nerves. But with the right planning and a whole lot of patience, Charlie and Luke were confident they could overcome any challenges thrown their way. With a budget of $20,600, 15,000 pounds for the renovation, Charlie and Luke knew that the task ahead would not be an easy one. In addition to their limited creative ability, neither Charlie nor Luke had any construction experience. Still, the couple resolved to soldier on and learn the necessary building skills as they went along. "It was my first time picking up a screwdriver," Charlie admitted as the pair began detaching the seats of the bus. But in addition to their lack of building experience, the duo also struggled in the design department. After all, there weren't a ton of converted bus homes out there for them to look to for inspiration. What was the finished product even supposed to look like? Because the bus was in mint condition, Charlie and Luke experienced a number of problems as they began construction. While they managed to tackle much of the initial work themselves, the couple did need help from family and friends once the going got tough. They also hired professionals to handle specialized tasks, such as installing plumbing and electricity. Still, some uphill battles were ahead. For example, the dimensions of the bus were 14.6 feet high, 32.8 feet long, and 8.3 feet wide, meaning that the home would be longer and narrower than a standard living space. Additionally, while there was both an upstairs and downstairs, the upper section's floor was slightly curved. Despite these inconveniences, Charlie and Luke remained determined to work around any pitfalls. The couple began construction on the ground floor. First up was the kitchen, which they did their best to fully equip. They installed an oven, a microwave, a stove, a farmhouse sink, and even a washing machine in the space. Finished with a granite countertop, this kitchen was just the first of many marvelous creations. Rounding out the bottom level was a quaint living room with 2 soft benches, a wood-fired stove, a small working space, and a bathroom with a toilet and sink, the only private area in the home. Believe it or not, however, the job was only half done. Because the floor of the upper level was slightly curved, Charlie and Luke knew that building here would pose a challenge. As a result, the couple ensured that all of the upstairs furniture was custom-built to accommodate any abnormalities. This proved to be a stellar choice, especially after the couple saw the final result. Upstairs, the couple created a luxurious bedroom, complete with a walk-in closet and even a dressing space. Because the downstairs bathroom was so compact, Charlie and Luke included a custom-built Victorian bath upstairs, which had to be lifted in by crane. With the house finally complete, the couple began thinking of ways to make use of the lush land that their home was parked on. With nearly a half-acre of outdoor space, Charlie and Luke knew that their home was not just limited to the bus. Because of this, the couple built a patio and an outdoor dining area, bought a rowboat for the small pond beside the bus, and even got 2 pet goats. Unfortunately, there were still some issues within the vehicle that had to be dealt with. Because of the bus' poor insulation, Charlie and Luke's home would become particularly chilly in the winter. To solve this problem, the couple installed a new heater as well as a romantic fireplace in the downstairs living room. Additionally, they installed an AC unit to cope with the summer heat. But the question remained, how would the couple enjoy their new home? While their friends and family expressed concern about their living in such a compact space, Charlie didn't feel that the lack of room was a problem. "I remember looking at some flats with my boyfriend, and to be honest, it feels like we've got a lot more space than some people that we know," she revealed. But that's not the only reason why the bus was such an ideal home. Because Charlie and Luke previously lived with their parents, the bus was an enormous upgrade for both of them. What's more, thanks to their spacious property, Charlie and Luke get plenty of privacy, far from any neighbors and even streetlights. But the perks don't end there. Even with their peace and solitude, Charlie and Luke's home is still just a 10-minute drive from the nearest stores and residential neighborhoods. Of course, the couple still appreciates their own private little world. At night, it's like a bonus. It's really dark, and no one's around, and it's really quiet and peaceful, Charlie shared. But had the couple reached their financial goal? Thanks to their ingenious renovation, Luke and Charlie met their goal of achieving an affordable yet luxurious lifestyle. The couple pays minimal rent to Charlie's dad for allowing them to park on the property, while the rest of their expenses go toward gas, electricity, and Wi-Fi. In the end, Luke and Charlie's imagination and determination paid off, though they never expected their renovation would inspire another UK couple to take the leap too. Martin Hill and Iona Stewart liked the sound of a mobile bus. The UK couple planned an outdoor trek through Europe, so it didn't make sense for them to book a series of hotel rooms. They didn't exactly want to rough it on campgrounds either. After a few beers one night, Martin mulled over buying a big RV. But then a more creative thought popped into his head. What if he and Iona built their own mobile home? Martin went on eBay and found exactly what he was looking for: an old bread truck. Fortunately, Iona was all for Martin's plan, especially since they got the truck for less than $5,000. Still, there was no denying that it was in pretty rough shape. Could they really turn this old scrap heap into a livable vehicle? Most people wouldn't have dreamed of attempting such a daring renovation, but Iona and Martin were the perfect pair to pull off this stunt. They drew up plans for their truck house and bought all the materials necessary to turn it into a real home. A talented artist, Iona was in charge of interior decoration. She figured out the best arrangement for all the furnishings and added certain touches to make the house feel more like a home. Meanwhile, Martin handled the actual construction aspect. Installing the hardware, electricity, and plumbing into the truck proved to be quite a tall order, but that didn't stop him from having some fun while he was at it. Iona also enjoyed herself as they worked their way closer to the final product. Once the basic bed frame was up, she broke out her killer Dracula impression. Or maybe she was just exhausted and needed a nap. At the same time, they put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into their project. Construction took 4 months of full-time work. Martin and Iona could only hope that all their efforts wouldn't be a bust. At last, the time came to unveil their tricked-out truck. With a fresh coat of sleek gray paint, it definitely looked like it could handle Europe's most mountainous roads. But would it be comfortable enough for Martin and Iona to kick back and relax in? The transformation was unbelievable. The cold and empty truck trailer now looked like it came straight out of an interior design magazine. On top of that, Martin and Iona managed to split the limited space into 4 separate rooms. These travelers didn't need to worry if there were no restaurants nearby because they had a fully stocked kitchen on their hands. With a fridge, stove, oven, and microwave, they could whip up any recipe they wanted after a long day of hiking or snowboarding. Their attention to detail in the kitchen was impressive too. Just take a look at the trendy hardwood countertops and tiled walls. Most homes would be hard-pressed to have interiors that are so sleek and up-to-date. Although the entire length of the apartment was only 28 feet long, Iona and Martin still had plenty of room for visitors. Iona's mom and dad even dropped by for a visit. You can't diss the house truck idea once it's got the parental seal of approval. All the inhabitants, whether the couple had guests over or not, were guaranteed to stay toasty thanks to a stove that heated the entire truck. This feature was especially useful as Martin and Iona spent a lot of time in the Alps. That's also where they met years ago. On the other side of the trailer, these two had a bedroom that would rival accommodations at a 5-star hotel. It's amazing what you can do. We are not exactly slumming it, quipped Martin, clearly proud of his handiwork. In addition to the space under the bed, where Iona liked to pretend to be a vampire, the couple included storage spaces just about wherever they could. That way, they could bring along all their cold weather and athletic gear, without it clogging up the living room. When nature calls on a wintry night in the Alps, you'd hate to have to pull over on the side of the road. Thinking ahead, Martin and Iona fitted out a full bathroom. It's pretty impressive that they somehow included actual plumbing in a bare-bones truck trailer. Iona also squeezed in plenty of her artwork throughout each room to give their house on wheels a little more character. With any luck, the wolf in this painting would be the only one they come across on their travels. Of course, the couple didn't spend all their time inside their luxury vehicle. They had too many scenic views and hiking trails to explore. Hopefully, they had enough wall space to hang up all the fantastic photographs they took during their trip. All in all, Martin and Iona spent an additional $25,000 refitting the old truck into a home. However, it was certainly worth the cost. They now had a dream home they could take anywhere. And it sure beat the heck out of an RV.